Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in the Minecraft Creative Builds world where we've been building a playground. Now it's a completely unconventional playground because we're on the very edge of my builder town, right on the beach area, and we started with a thin long strip of land that we were trying to add the playground to, and I found that I didn't quite have enough space to build a roundabout. So what I've done is I've extended a little bit out on this like little peninsula. We kind of had like a little pointy bit, sort of this sort of shape, so I've extended it out just a little bit. As you can see, there was a piece of land here, and I've just see there was some land here as it tails off, so I've just built around a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. So not added a lot to this side, as you can see, but I've added a little bit more here so that we've got enough space to add a roundabout. The reason I really want to add a roundabout is, as a kid, that my two favourite rides in playgrounds were always the swings as number one and then the roundabouts as number two. When you're young enough to not really get too dizzy, or if you get that dizzy feeling but you don't actually get the nausea with it, so I think it's like 8 or 9 when that kind of wears off. When you're younger than that, it's absolutely amazing to do roundabouts. Once you get that nausea factor from the inner ear, it really tails off and you're not so fond of that quite so much later. But I love, anyway, that's all by the side, isn't it? I really love a good roundabout. So I've added a little bit of space, and I think I've put the marker in the right place. That doesn't look like it's in the middle. Okay. I thought I'd put a marker block in the centre, but maybe not. Maybe not in the centre. Right, so do we want it actually in the centre, or did I really want it there so that there was then space maybe for seats over here? That was probably what I was thinking, wasn't it? Right, what we want to do the build, I think, is polished andesite block, polished andesite stairs, polished andesite slab. And I think that will be enough items to build my roundabout. So what I want to start with is the polished andesite block. And you need a space that's 5 by 5 square to be able to fit what I think I'm going to build. And I did try it out earlier, and now I've gone and lost my marker block. Ah, this is going to be fun. Right, so find where you want to build your roundabout and put a block down. And don't make a hole in the floor, Kitty. Eesh. Now you want to make the block too tall. This is going to be the base for your roundabout, and this is going to be the very centre of your roundabout. Grab the andesite slab and come on the top half of the lower block, come out by 2, and that is too close to the edge, which is why I have my marker where I have my marker, isn't it? Because then if you come out 2 here, I've got 3 blocks away. Yeah, so we want to move it 1 further across. So let's get my andesite in the middle again. You want to make sure that your space is big enough to fit it and give you access all the way around it. Right, so now what we've got, you see, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you want to bring out by 2 on the other 2 sides. And you've now got the actual size that it's going to be. Now that's going to fit quite nicely, I think, so we've got at least 2 blocks of clearance at all sides. That's kind of what I was hoping for, at least 2 blocks of clearance at all sides. Now, if we come down, I then want to put blocks at the side, like so. So this section is now 3, and then this one will now be 3, and then this one will now be 3, and then this one will now be 3, and then you've just got a corner. So if I come to the top, you can see what I'm looking for. we now want to swap to the polished andesite stairs, because I always think a roundabout is best when there is somewhere to sit. And what this centre pillar is for is to put a seat at each side of the pillar, like so. And if you really want to, you can even extend it, but I'm going to leave it open because this gives the children a choice. So you can either sit, or you could stand here and lean into the centre. And that is what I think of my design for a roundabout. Quite simple. The whole point of all of these builds is something simple, fairly easy to build, but actually looks like what you want it to be. You could even make the seats a different colour if you liked. You could even remove this and use the matching prismarine slabs so that the seat colour matches the swings. Could even put prismarine stairs in. Do we have prismarine stairs? I'm not sure that we do actually. As a I think we do, don't we? Yeah, we do. Oh wait, no, it's that one is the one. The prismarine stair block is the one, isn't it? So we could do it like that. So there's a few variations on the way it could look, so you can decide which one you think suits the most. I think I'm going to go for the full stairs, but I think the added colour makes it look a little bit different, and I kind of like that. So that is my roundabout. Now we want to add a few more details, and I also want the prismarine slab again, because over here, now I could put it along here, but I'm a little bit loath to put something in front of the swings, because people can get a bit boisterous, and if they try and leap off, there's always going to be somebody who's going to try and leap off the swing into the sea, which don't ever do. Never ever leap off a moving swing. You could do yourself some serious damage, and a broken leg is quite a given, I would imagine, if you did something like that. But there is plenty of space to build along here, or to build along the side even. Do you know what? I think I'm going to build here. What I kind of think I'd like to try and build, you know those little bobby things that they have in playgrounds? You probably haven't got a clue what I mean. Those little seat things on springs. Do you know what I'm talking about? So if we put a stair the wrong way up, I don't mean the wrong way up. Oh, kitty, 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 you're making a mess of everything right now. Put a stair the normal way up, and then put another one at least 3 blocks away from it, and maybe we could get more. Can I put, hang on, if I put, no, that's too close to the, let's just do 2. That's just a marker block. Put an upside down stair in front of it, and then get rid of that one. Put an upside down stair and get rid of that one, and then on top of here I want to put a stair on top of that the right way up, and then behind them I want to use the prismarine block to make a seat. See what I mean? So it's like it's on a spring, it's got a little seat, and you've got like somewhere to hold on to, like a little head of an animal. So they come in little horses, and I've also seen cockerels or roosters and stuff like that. And you can make them anything you want, to be honest, but I've always seen these sorts of things as well as an extra little thing in a playground. So that's my little spring ride to bounce around on, and you sort of go forward and backwards on them, and they kind of bend and swing around, and it's a lot of fun. So those are my 2 builds for today, I think. So I want to, oh, what am I doing? I'm making a mess, aren't I? Right, so we want some more oak stairs because we want to add some more seating for the parents. I think we should have one in front of the swings. to discourage the kids from trying to leap off, because that would be what any sensible parent would do, would try and stop you trying to leap off. And then we'll have an extra one here close to the little rocky horse of things, and I was tempted to try and fit one in here, but I don't think that was going to fit, because space wise I haven't left myself much space, and we certainly don't want anything too close to the swings. So I think perhaps that might be it. We could maybe add one in the corner here at the front. Maybe we could add like 1, 2, 3, let's add it there, and then another one opposite here, 1, 2, 3, so that there's plenty of space for parents to sit, or guardians or grandparents or whatever. And you can also see the sea. So this is my little build for a playground, I think. So we've got seating for parents, we've got a seesaw, a sandpit, a roundabout, swings, and those little bobby animals that come in various shapes and designs. So I think that is my playground complete, because I have run out of space to be able to add anything else. Now we want the edge to match the edge at the other side, so let's bring back up the things. And so let's start by grabbing our fence, because we need to put that in the opposite side where we've got the other fence. And then we'll need the dark prismarine slab, and the grass we'll need, and then we want the, can I pick up the peony? Yeah. And the rose, can I pick up the rose? No, it's giving me another, it's giving me the peony again. Right, I want to try and pick up the rose bush. So I think that's all the items. So we had a 3 by a 3 wide flower planter on this side. Now the other side I think is a little bit longer. Yes, it's a little bit longer. So when I was talking about it earlier, what I said when we did the other side, I said if you've got a longer piece of land you can use the same sort of planters, but you could make them bigger. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start next to the road with the prismarine slab. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, and then we want to leave 3 slots for the plants, 1, 2, 3, and then we want to finish off the edge of the planter. So to match the one at the opposite side, we had a peony in the 2 edges and a rose bush in the centre, and then we go to where the sea edges, and we're going to go 3 wide and then 3 spaces for the plants, and then we want the peony at each side and the rose bush in the centre. And now we get to decide what we're going to do here. Are we going to add another planter, or should we add a bench? I thought we might want to add a bench. So if we put the dark prismarine slab all the way along the back so it matches this, and then we can choose to add, if I can find the stairs, where's the centre? So we could add a nice long bench in here, and then we can extend the path so that there's a nice place to sit. So we've got something very similar at both ends. You see, we've got this nice seating area just outside of the playground, like so. And then we have a playground, and then at the opposite side we have a little flower bed to tie in both ends of the playground. And that is my playground. Hope it's given you some inspiration and some ideas of your own. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!